again, my friends. Hello. Here I am again, drinking my coffee, talking to my GoPro. Today I am going to make an intermediate video, okay? I am only going to speak English. Maybe it'll be a little challenge for you guys, okay? I'm still going to try and speak nice and clear and slow, but all in English. So, there have been some crazy things happening around the world, okay? And today I'm going to talk about a little bit of the news, okay? A little bit of news from around the world. Two things, really. Two different things. One thing that is happening in El Salvador, and one thing that is happening in France. Okay, so first I want to talk about what is happening in El Salvador. So yesterday, I saw a video of the president of El Salvador giving a speech, okay? And I thought, wow, I like this guy. He speaks well, he's confident, he's brave, okay? And what he's talking about is what has been happening in El Salvador, okay? So they built a huge prison, a huge jail, okay? And the problem in El Salvador, if anybody watching this is from El Salvador, I want you to tell me down below, okay? Tell me down below in the comments the real deal, okay? Tell me what is going on there, what is happening there, okay? But my understanding of it, what I have heard and seen, is that crime, murder, gun violence are a huge problem. Drugs, okay, were a huge problem in El Salvador. And I heard a statistic that was very crazy, okay? 0.1% of the population at the peak of murders, 1/10 of 1% of the population was murdered in El Salvador. That is crazy. That is a huge number of people to be killed, okay? And it's because of gangs, drug violence, okay? Cartels. So, violence was a huge problem. It was not safe to be in certain places in El Salvador. Now, if you are from El Salvador and you know much more than me, tell me down below, okay? I am only saying what I have heard and what I have seen. So maybe the news here is not quite all of the facts, okay? So tell me if I'm wrong. But from what I've seen is that there was a huge problem. There were so many criminals walking around the streets, okay? Shooting and killing each other. Innocent people getting hurt. And the president of El Salvador, he made a huge prison, okay? And they started to arrest a lot more criminals, okay? And from what I have read, El Salvador is a lot safer today than it was a couple months ago, okay? Because of what this president has done. And there was a video, okay? A video that went around the world and all of the news outlets. And it was a video of several thousand inmates. An inmate is a criminal who is in jail, okay? When they're in jail, they are called an inmate. So I think it was 2,000 or 3,000 inmates being moved from the old jail to the new jail, okay? And they all had their heads shaved. They were all just wearing shorts, like their underwear, ropa interior. And the jail guards and the police, they were making them run to move, okay? To move from the old jail to the new jail, all right? They were transporting a bunch of prisoners from the old jail to this new huge jail, okay? And some people here in the US, they said, oh, that is against human rights. They are treating the criminals too bad. You can't treat humans like that, okay? And in my opinion, the only people who think this are people who have never had to deal with real crime, okay? They live in nice places where there aren't drug problems, There aren't criminals walking around the street. So they see this and they think, oh, that's bad, that's wrong. But they have never had to be around dangerous people, so they don't know, okay? Any of you guys who live in dangerous places, I'm sure you guys think that it's good, okay? But tell me if I'm wrong, all right? My opinion is that it's good. It's good. And I respect what the president of El Salvador is doing. And I think that we have to be hard on crime, okay? Because criminals do not learn. They do not learn if you are not hard on them, all right? And I wish that our government would be a lot harder on crime in cities like Chicago, Atlanta, New York City, okay? There are cities in the U.S. where it is not safe to walk around, okay? In certain parts of the city. It is not safe to walk around because there is gun violence, there's drugs, there's gangs, okay? And our government doesn't do anything about it. So when I saw that the president of El Salvador, he is actually doing something about it, I thought, wow, that guy, I like that guy because he is trying to protect his people, and it is hard. It is hard, and he has to be very brave because it is not safe for him, okay? This morning I was speaking to a friend. She's Venezuelan. I was speaking with her about the situation. I wanted to get the opinion of somebody from South America. I wanted to get the opinion of what's going on in El Salvador. And she said she thinks it's great. She thinks it's great. She thinks that president is very brave. And she said that the people, they say that president doesn't have much time left in his life, okay? Because he is standing up against the cartels, the gangs. So it's very dangerous. His life is in danger, okay? Because these cartels are gonna want to have him killed. So I just think that he's such a brave man. I respect and admire what I have seen him do. And I think that more world leaders, more presidents, prime ministers, world leaders need to have a harder stance on crime, okay? Because good people like me and like you, okay, we work, we take care of our families, we pay our taxes, we're good people, we do the right thing. We should not have to be scared of criminals, okay? We should be able to walk around our cities and be safe. So I wish that more governments, more leaders would take a hard stance on crime, okay? I wish that would happen here because there's some places in the U.S. that used to be beautiful, wonderful cities, and now they are garbage. They are trash. You can't walk around safe there. There's cities in the U.S. where I would never bring my son. I would never bring my son. I would never walk around with a girlfriend, okay? I wouldn't go there unless I was making a video for you guys, all right? Because in that case, I'd have to be like the president of El Salvador and take a risk for my people. That's just a joke, guys. I know that man is standing up and risking his life for his people. I respect that. I salute that. And I heard him giving his speech, and he said, in El Salvador, we are our own country. We make our own laws. We make our own decisions. So he pretty much told the rest of the world, keep your opinions to yourself. It doesn't matter because we are our own country and we are taking care of ourselves. And I thought that was so brave, and it was just so refreshing to see a leader standing up and being a man for his people, okay? Because our president, Joe Biden, he's a coward, all right? It's cobarde. And, you know, we haven't had a president in a long time in the U.S. who people can look at and respect, all right? Back a long time ago, Kennedy, you know, Ronald Reagan, these were leaders that the world would look at and respect because they knew that those guys were going to stand up for the country, okay? Stand up for our people. But, yeah, our president right now is a joke, sadly. He's a joke. People make jokes and memes about him, and we haven't. Barack Obama, I respect Barack Obama because even though maybe I don't like some of his policies, he handled the job with dignity, okay? And he was competent. But I wish that we had a president more like the president in El Salvador right now. Okay, so that's the situation in El Salvador and my thoughts about it. I think it's great. rest of the world needs to take a harder stance on crime, because good people like you and like me, my family and your family, we should not have to be afraid to walk around our neighborhoods, okay? We should be able to be safe in the place where we pay taxes to live. The second world event that's going on right now is happening in France, okay? The Venezuelan girl who I talked to this morning, she lives right now in Spain, okay? She lives in Spain, but next week she was telling me that she's going on a vacation to France. But she said she's a little bit worried about it because in France they are protesting right now, okay? They are protesting. The people are very mad at the government, okay? So people are not going to work. The garbage men are not taking out the trash, so there's garbage in all over the streets, okay? And it smells, smells bad, all right? So she was telling me that things are not great in France right now because the people are protesting, okay? Now, what are they protesting? They're protesting a law that just got passed in France, okay? So this law changed the age of retirement. Retiring is when you get older and you stop working and the government gives you a little bit of money because you worked for all those years, okay? Here we have Social Security. I do not know what they have in France, but the government changed. They changed the age that you can retire from 62 years old to 64 years old, okay? Now maybe you're thinking, okay, that's not that big of a deal. It's only 2 years. But if you had been working your whole life and you're 61 years old and you're thinking, okay, I get to retire next year, and they tell you, nope, you got 3 more years now, I would be mad. I would be mad too. But the thing that the people are really upset about right now is that to pass a law in France, they are supposed to vote about it, okay? They are supposed to vote about it before they can change it. But the French government, Emmanuel Macron, the French president Emmanuel Macron, he pushed it through and made it a law without a vote. Without a vote, okay? And that's dangerous. That's dangerous. That's getting to be like a dictatorship, okay? That's starting to look like China. That's not good. And I think that it's great that the French people are protesting. They are standing up and saying, no, you can't just do this to us. That's not okay. I think that's good. And I wish the American people would do that some more too, okay? See, the problem in America is Americans protest about things that are not even real, okay? They protest about things that are not even true. Americans protest about what the news and the politicians want them to protest about, okay? It's sad. There's a problem here where people do not think for themselves, all right? And one day I'll make a video about the news because it's sad. It's propaganda. It's not real. But I'm just saying, but in the matter of France, yeah, that's a big problem because the government passed a law without a vote. That's not democracy. That's not fair. That's not fair to the French citizens who have worked their whole lives. Okay, they should have a say in this. The elected officials who are supposed to be the voice of the people, they should have a say in this, all right? So I just thought it was interesting to speak about some of the things going on in the world, okay? There's something crazy going on in Africa right now. But that one's a little bit more controversial, so maybe I'll talk about that one on Patreon. But tell me, guys, tell me what you think of these situations. Tell me if you liked to listen to me speaking about news, world events, and I'll start making more videos like this, all right? All right, my friends, I said that I was only going to speak English in this video, so I cannot say my normal line at the end of a video. So I'll just say I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for always watching and supporting me. See you guys soon.